welcome. Joining us now from London is I-24 News UK and European correspondent Jonathan Sacerdoti. And Jonathan, we're talking about the reaction in the last segment from around the world to President Trump's latest controversy in terms of how it describes some countries around the world. What has been the reaction there to that specific story in London?
Well, David, it really depends who you're asking. Of course, Donald Trump is in the UK just as divisive a character as he is elsewhere in the world and over there in the States. So many people are indeed pleased not to have him visiting, though that state visit is still on the books. The British government says that they invited him in an official state visit and that invitation was accepted. And so they're simply working on details and trying to find a date. But that date is certainly no time soon. And the working visit, not the same as a state visit, that was due to take place in the coming weeks to open the new US embassy in London is cancelled, as President Trump himself pointed out in that tweet.
Is there still some anxiety about the possibility President Trump may try to schedule either the state visit or a working visit around the time of that royal wedding that's coming up this spring?
Well, there was even some controversy around the royal wedding itself because it's known that the young prince has some sort of connection or even friendship with the last president, Barack Obama. He even interviewed him on BBC Radio 4's Today program just a couple of weeks ago on a guest-edited section. However, there was some discussion over whether or not it would be appropriate to invite the Obamas, especially as Meghan Markle, his wife-to-be, had criticized Donald Trump in the recent past. So it's likely that neither the Obamas nor the Trumps will be invited to the wedding, though protocol, of course, will dictate exactly what happens in terms of heads of state.
Jonathan, for everybody who likes to watch the royals, including Americans, Queen Elizabeth made a remarkable television appearance for a new Smithsonian Channel documentary. She spoke candidly about her coronation nearly 65 years ago. Watch and I'll get your reaction.
Horrible. It's not meant for travelling in at all. I mean, it's just not, it's only sprung on leather.
So it rocks around a lot?
It's not very comfortable.
Were you in it for a long time then? Probably
halfway around London.
So she's saying the carriage was not very comfortable. How has that gone over?
Yeah, it's pretty tricky traveling in a gold carriage. She has my sympathies. They can't get the good suspension in there. And she said the horses can't go very quickly, no faster than a walking pace, because the thing is so heavy. She also spoke a bit about her crown. There are two crowns in particular which are referred to. One is the imperial state crown, which is normally kept at the Tower of London and usually only worn at the state opening of Parliament and after a coronation. She talked a bit about that crown, just how heavy it is to wear on one's head, and how when she is wearing it at the state opening of Parliament, though of course she didn't wear it this year for technical reasons, it is so heavy she can't look down at her script for the speech. She has to hold the speech up, or she said it would break her neck and fall off. So obviously some occupational hazards most of us aren't aware of in being the king or queen of Great Britain.
That blunt talk is so endearing. I wonder if you can put in some perspective for people who are not in the UK, just how beloved this particular queen really is.
Well, not only is she the longest-serving monarch, but she's now 91 years old, and she is much loved by many people in the country. Of course, there are those who believe that there shouldn't be a monarchy in this day and age, but the vast majority of British people are very attached to the royal family, and that is in no small part down to the character of the Queen herself, somebody who is much loved and handles the role very sensitively on the whole.
Jonathan Sacerdoti reporting for I-24 News from London. Jonathan, thanks as always. We appreciate it.